And let's take a look at our tail of the tape for this. Our next matchup in the lightweight division. Staying at 135, our next two fights, you see that the age is in favor of Valenzuela, the height and the reach in favor of the undefeated Valenzuela.
Yeah, absolutely, and the younger and youthful legs.
Oh, outstanding, without question. Rules, no 3 knockdown rule, only the referee can stop the fight. Fighter cannot be saved by the bell in any round, and a fight is official after 4 rounds have been completed. Here's Jimmy.
Well, that's from AT&T Stadium here in Arlington, Texas. Premier Boxing Champions continues the action into the lightweight division, and it's all brought to you by Man Down Promotions, TGB Promotions, and Showtime. This bout is sanctioned by the WBC, the president Mauricio Suleiman, supervisor Michel Salamon. Our judges scoring from ringside, from Colorado, Joseph Mason, from Nevada, Chris Migliori, and from Texas, Jesse Reyes. Introducing our referee in charge, he will be giving instructions after the introductions, Mark Kaloy. All right, fans, here we go. 10 rounds of boxing scheduled for the WBC Continental Americas Lightweight Championship. Introducing to you first on my right, fighting out of the red corner, wearing red trunks with yellow trim, hailing from Mexico City, La Ciudad de Mexico. He weighed in at 134 1/2 pounds. With a record of 27 wins, 3 losses, and 2 draws, he has 19 wins coming by way of knockout. Ladies and gentlemen, here is the former Olympian and the former WBC super featherweight champion of the world, introducing Francisco El Bandido Vargas. And his opponent across the ring, fighting out of the blue corner in this 10-round attraction, wearing white trunks, red and green trim, fighting out of Seattle, Washington by way of Los Mochis, Sinaloa, Mexico. He weighed in at 134 3/4 pounds. He is undefeated in his campaign in the ring with a record of 11 wins, no losses, 7 wins coming by way of knockout. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the rising star and undefeated southpaw lightweight contender, introducing Jose El Rayo Valenzuela. Once again, a referee in charge. Now to give instructions, Mark Kaloy.
Let's go. Francisco.
Jose, guerreros, warriors. Ya hablamos de las reglas. We've already talked about the rules. I expect for you to a good, clean fight. I want you to obey my commands at all time. Most importantly, protect yourself at all time. Protéctate. Buena suerte.
So it is an all-Mexican lightweight showdown between Jose Valenzuela and Francisco Vargas. Let's not forget, when people are thinking, oh, Vargas is over the hill, he's cooked this and that. Well, here's why I say I don't think just yet. Because, Miguel, you and I were in Houston on the undercard of Jamal Charlo and Montiel, in which Vargas went the distance with Isaac Cruz. And that was prior to Cruz going out and, you know, giving a very great account of himself in a loss at the hands of Gervonta Davis. Now, did Francisco Vargas win many rounds against Isaac Cruz? No, but he did last, and he didn't make it a very tough fight physically for Isaac Cruz. So I don't think he's necessarily done just yet, even though 37 is almost ancient when it comes to the lighter weight classes from 140 and below.
Absolutely. I think he is going to pose a difficult test for Valenzuela. Like you said, I mean, he's been in the wars with former champions, and Valenzuela has never done that in his career. He's never been in the ring with those guys with that type of experience, and this is a step up for El Rayo.
And if you're Valenzuela, if you go out there, you're 22 years of age, if you go out and dispatch a Francisco Vargas in spectacular fashion in front of a crowd of this magnitude on an event, on a night that means so much to the sport of boxing, I think that sort of ushers him in as to say, hey, guess what? This kid is a budding contender. Right now, he's trying to graduate from being a prospect to a contender.
Absolutely. And we've seen prospects in the past not graduate. They've failed on those tests because they just have not developed that type of experience.
Oh, big shot! Goodness! Down goes Vargas! This one is over! Let's welcome to the big time, Jose Valenzuela. Holy moly.
Safe to say, he graduated, Ray.
Oh, he's arrived. He's arrived in grand fashion. Oh my goodness.
Absolute ridiculous knockout. The best knockout of Valenzuela's career by far. Incredible.
And Mark Calloy, the referee in charge, had no doubt in his mind, said it's over right away. Didn't even give him a second thought. Vargas hadn't even hit the full canvas yet, and immediately said, nope, that's it.
I thought that was the right call. He obviously, I mean, Vargas was out for a while. And I think he is still trying to get his bearings under him. I'm sure he is extremely disappointed. He's almost smiling and obviously very disappointed, but...
Well, thankfully, Vargas is okay, but my goodness, Miguel, if you would have told me that Valenzuela was going to knock out Vargas, I would have never said in the first round.
Absolutely not, no. This was a fight that I thought was absolutely going to go the distance. I thought Vargas is extremely tough. We just talked about it. Isaac Cruz went the distance with Vargas not too long ago.
In less than a year ago. In June of last year, he went the distance with him, and Valenzuela comes out and starches him. Even Vargas he kind of smiles. He's like, yeah, he got me. He got me. If you want to buy, if there was such a thing as to buy stock in a young fighter, at 135, I'm not talking about the champions or the top contenders. I'm talking about the fringe contenders, the next wave. Jose Valenzuela is someone that I'm like, this kid has something.
Well, we always thought he had the tools, and it was just a matter of we wanted him to be in the ring with, you know, some tougher competition, and they've brought him along slowly. But as you said, he's arrived now. Doing that to Francisco Vargas, who, like we said, has been in the ring with former champions, taken top contenders the distance, and to be starched in round one, my goodness.
And I don't even think it's the case of Vargas is old. I just think it is the fact that Valenzuela came in warmed up and was into his rhythm already. Vargas was not, and he got clipped cold. And that's the worst recipe to be given a big shot when you're not warmed up fully.
Incredible performance, and if you're Valenzuela, that's can't feel any better as we take a look at the replay. And he set it up. It was just a left hook right on the chin. It was a one-shot knockout.
Boom. That is, I mean, we're next to the Texas Rangers ballpark. That is the equivalent of a walk-off home run swing, and you throw the bat and you say, game over. That's it. Look at it
here on the button. Boom.
Destructive power in the hands of Jose El Rayo Valenzuela.
Kudos to Mark Calloy for, you know, he saw that Vargas was out immediately.
And there was that big shot there by Valenzuela as he just dispatches of Francisco Vargas. That's a way to sort of try to steal the night, Miguel.
We've had some really good moments already throughout the night. Butayev Stanionis was fantastic. And now, a one-hitter quitter by
You're right.
Jose Valenzuela. And like you said, he has arrived.
And there you see over his left shoulder, David Benavidez, his stablemate. David Benavidez will be in action coming up in just over a month's time. But my goodness, I don't know what they're doing at that gym of the Benavidez's, but my goodness, David Benavidez, Jose Valenzuela, what a tandem they have. And obviously disappointed Francisco Vargas, but at least Vargas is okay and seems to be healthy. And now to make it all official, we send it up to our ring announcer. Here's Jimmy Lennon Jr.
Ladies and gentlemen, we have the time. 1 minute 25 seconds in round number 1. A referee in charge stops the contest. He is the winner by way of knockout. He is still undefeated. And now the WBC Continental America's lightweight champion, Jose El Rayo Valenzuela.
That is a big win for Jose Valenzuela, just 22 years of age. He's undefeated here at AT&T Stadium, undefeated overall. 12-0 his record with 8 wins coming by way of knockout, and he's standing by with our colleague, Jim Gray.
Jose, congratulations. That was very quick. How do you account for 125 into the first round and you knocked out your opponent?
First and foremost, I gotta thank God. I gotta thank Al Heyman for this opportunity, my team for getting me here. Of course, David Benavidez, my mom and dad, and everybody behind me. I feel great, man. I worked very hard for this, and I stayed in there calm, and when I saw an opening.
What were you expecting in this fight?
I was expecting him to come forward, throw a lot of punches. He was coming forward aggressively, but I stayed patient, and I was using my jab and going down the body and waiting for him to open.
How have you managed to stay patient? You're 22 years old.
Working alongside this guy right here, man, David Benavidez. He's a champion himself, and he shows me a lot of things in and out.
What has he taught you specifically that you are able to apply during these fights?
Well, I get a chance to look behind the scenes and see what he does and what he goes through. So he just tells me to be patient, take my time with it, and that's what I did.
All right, Jose, let's take a look at the monitor and tell us from your vantage point what happened as you came in with this wide right to set up the knockout.
So I feint with the jab, took a step back, and threw over the overhand. It was beautiful.
Did you think he was going to get up, or did you know that was it?
I was expecting him to get up, but then I took another look back, and he was still down. So, it was a good hard punch. But I want to thank Bandido Vargas. Te quiero dar las gracias por esta oportunidad de pelear con usted. Siempre va a ser un gran campeón.
You've now knocked out 8 opponents, 8 stoppages in your 12 fights. Where do you go with this potential now? Where do you have to improve?
Just keep fighting these good fights. Guys like him, rugged fighters. Whatever Al Heyman has planned for me, I'm willing to do. But, I would like to fight all these top guys.
You'd like to come back soon now since this was such quick work?
Yeah, as soon as possible.
All right. We look forward to it.
Le quiero dar unas gracias a toda mi gente de Sinaloa, Sonora, mi familia de Seattle y a toda la Washingtera. Muchas gracias por el apoyo.
Please translate that for us.
I want to thank everybody, all my family, my friends from Sinaloa, Sonora, and all my people from Seattle, Washington.